How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video for you guys. And this one, we're going to be doing a reaction of JonTron. A video being titled, Titanic 2. JonTron. I'm hoping this isn't a movie. I mean, actually, I'm iffy if it is, because there's been a lot of animated Titanic movies that are kind of disrespectful to the true event that occurred when it comes down to the Titanic. By the way, for those who don't know what that is, but regardless of that, let's go ahead and look into this.
Before we start today's amazing video, I have an
doing?
announcement. The time has finally come. I've been officially drafted to the front lines of battle thanks to you and Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay.
Regards to my loved ones. The verdict is out and the truth unveiled. You all made your voice heard, and we heard it. The champion that
I love that.
it'll be receiving the JonTron themed skin is the mighty, the valiant Stagnite. Introducing Gilded Glider.
That looks pretty. I mean, I've never played Raid Shadow Legends, so this actually looks kind of cool.
Yes, it's true. I had the honor of collaborating with the brilliant minds at Raid to deliver a custom skin for all of you that just oozes with that JonTron charm. Look at those marvelous, iconic JT cogs with embossed lettering, the Radiant Phoenix Jacques making an appearance there on the shield, the feather plume and the particle effects.
That looks, actually, that does look really good. I'm probably too late for it, or to even start playing to get this, but that actually does look pretty cool.
On the helmet and halberd, anatomically accurate green cheek conure wings there on the cape. I seriously can't get over that part. How unique is that? You're not gonna get that anywhere else, okay? Mainly because no one knows what green cheeks are. And frankly, they're not really as good in battle as like an eagle or a hawk, but they are cuter.
Yeah, they are kind of cute. Though, at times, a mess to deal with. I'm just gonna say, with a lack of foresight on my ex-wife's part, I will never buy a bird again. I will admire them at a distance, but I will never buy them again. Or at least have them as a pet again. I wasn't the one that bought them, too. It was a family member that bought the birds. And should I even, you know, freaking, I'm gonna tell this story because this is actually, again, these things are adorable. These little birds are adorable. The bird right here, very adorable. Birds like it as well. A while back, when I was still, married, we had a couple of dogs and a cat. And to an extent, and that is, I've been told that's my favorite phrase for whatever reason. My ex-wife wanted a bird. A family member of hers got her two. And knowing my ex-wife, I was not particularly enthused by the gift, because knowing my situation, or at least knowing my situation involving pets, and knowing my ex-wife, I probably was going to be the one that end up having to clean it up after, and basically cleaning and maintaining the birds, even though it was her pet. And sure enough, that's what happened. In fact, there was a point where I've got the cat, which was mine. My ex-wife told me, you're the one that's gonna be cleaning up after it, which I did. And in the end, when I mentioned, when we got these birds, I mentioned to my ex-wife that you have to maintain, just like I take care of the cat, you need to maintain the birds. She told me yes, only for me to be the one to maintain all of the animals, which was something I was going to expect. had already expected. So, in the end, if I remember correctly, because I was busy like 90% of the time, I wasn't able to maintain them as often as I wanted to. And of course, with the dirt birds not having any training, my ex-wife continuously letting them out of their cages and them flying around in the house, made things even more and more difficult to maintain, especially when they started crapping all over the place. Not fun to clean up, by the way. So, by the end, I guess, long story short, my ex-wife inevitably gave them up to another family member, and that was that. So, again, birds are cute, birds are adorable, but in terms of having them as pets, I will say no more. I will admire them at a distance, but I will never keep them as a pet.
But wait, you mean to tell me it gets even better? Well, the skin is completely free! If you're new to Raid or thinking about giving it a shot, download the game using the link in my description and simply use the promo code on screen here. Just wang that bad boy in, and you'll be in possession of both the Stag Knight Champion and my custom skin.
That would be cool. I would probably check later on to see if it actually still worked.
Lucky you. And as for all you Raid veterans, don't worry, there's good news for you too. You'll also get a chance to snatch up both my skin and Stag Knight through special in-game tournaments starting August 7th, so keep your eyes peeled. And
okay, no, never mind. That's way too late.
seriously, a massive thank you to Raid for letting me be a part of something so awesome and supporting my ability to make videos for you guys throughout all these years. And of course, a thank you to all of you who voted and made this a possibility. Gilded Blighters! To arms!
That was cool.
Today I'm here to talk to you about something that affects thousands of Americans one time. And
okay.
What? This? I didn't even see this. I didn't even know this was here. What, you think I'm trying to cash in on that renewed international...
Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that. Where, what was it, a submarine when it was going to the was exploring the Titanic, and it ruptured or something like that, with all due to the pressure, or at least the underwater pressure. I heard a little bit about that, not a lot. So I'm gonna to an extent. When it comes down to the story itself, I only know the major thing that happened, but other than that, nothing else.
Interest in submarines? You think I'm trying to dip into that sweet, sweet, timely June 22nd Google Trends spike?
Yes.
Disgusting. That's really what you think of me? I would never do that. I'm here for the disaster tangentially related to that one.
Yeah.
The Titanic. This is the boat that sank.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm hoping that this isn't about any of the movies, because the movies suck. Especially this one animated film where apparently everybody was saved from the Titanic with talking dolphins and moonbeams. I think it was called Titanic's Magical Adventure. I can't remember the exact name, but very disrespectful. I don't care if it's a children's movie. That movie was just disrespectful to the people who lost their lives and the people who lost family members during a horrible, horrible tragedy.
I keep trying to right this ship, but those icebergs just keep on a-coming. That's right, I'm making yet another video about the Titanic. How is it even possible? And God knows, at this point, you know, it might not even be the last one. Also, I definitely wasn't already planning this video 5 months ago before a certain international incident occurred and captured the global imagination. You know, couldn't be me, you know, rushing this video.
I think I've seen that video before. That's pretty much what happened to that sub. Holy crap.
Video forward in production to capitalize on a trend. And still being late, so it's not even trending anymore. I'm a man of principles. Anyways, look at this. Check this out. Tell me, what do an Australian mega mogul and a cruise liner have to do with each other in the year of our Lord 2023? If you said sequel to the Titanic, literally called Titanic 2, you'd be a suspiciously good guesser, but also, unfortunately, correct. Oh, I'm making that up? You're calling me a liar? Well, why don't you tell that to Clive National Living Treasure Palmer, the man of the hour and the brains behind the operation to resurrect the doomed vessel. By the way, I'm dead serious. That is officially his title. He's one of 100 people to have the designation of National Living Treasure in Australia. Oh, and by the way, I should mention, he's the only one on the list where it specifies specifically placed on list after his staff were instructed to vote for him, so. We're in for a good one. If you've never heard of Clive Palmer, just know he's a force to be reckoned with, okay? He's an Australian
Very rich, apparently, yeah.
billionaire, industrial magnate, and politically outspoken citizen. Just for some reference on the kind of guy we're talking about here, he has a real-life dinosaur park.
Oh, okay. A dinosaur park. Yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, that's almost kind of cool. That I'm like dead serious. That's almost kind of cool.
And 3 billion Australian dollars, which I presume still converts to a decent amount of real-world money. If there's anyone that could bring back this boat, it's him.
I don't. What is going on here? Like, what? I feel like I should be very, very disturbed. Especially with the rich man apparently wearing what looks like a rabbit suit.
And mainly because I think he's the only one who wants to do it.
Yeah, it's a rabbit
suit. He's
suit.
even gone so far as trying to hype up public interest to complete the project, releasing PR videos such as the official Titanic 2 promo video, Awesome, showcasing his vision of how he would faithfully recreate the ship in all its glory. But my favorite part of this video is just how he goes up to a bunch of random people on the street and he's like, "What do you think of this idea?" And they're just completely confused in a realistic way.
I don't know. I would kind of feel like it. I would have serious mixed feelings about this. Like, oh, the Titanic 2. Like, wait, so you're making a modern version of the Titanic? Like, and it's like, what do you mean, like the Titanic? Like, is it supposed to be like an exact replica? Like, are you like all the old-fashioned stuff going to be in there, or is it going to be updated? It's like, what? Like, we're trying to understand this.
To build another replica, that's going to cost them a lot of money, isn't it?
I think it's interesting. Are they planning to sail it or just use it as a museum?
That would actually be a cool, like a smart idea. Like, actually, no, museum/hotel. There you go. There you go. Instead of like sailing it, they could probably, you know what? That would make bank. I'll be perfectly honest. I think that would make bank. Like, instead of actually sailing it, they take the Titanic, or at least the Titanic 2, and make an exact replica, but modernize it a little bit, have it docked, and use it as a hotel/resort type deal. Or use it as a cruise ship. I mean, either way, you'll make bank off of it. But I'll be perfectly honest. I probably would not go on the ship that is named after the very ship that was destroyed all those years ago. So I feel like that name would be cursed, and or at the very least, letting my superstition get the best of me. I probably would not partake in putting any money down on the Titanic 2.
Is it for art or for use or for...
Full size.
Are they actually going to sail it, or is it just... Huh.
Titanic 2? I'm on crack, and even I think that's whack. Anyways, empty your pockets. Right now, everything. Yeah, I'm serious.
I don't know how I feel about this.
But how could such a task be accomplished, you might ask? Well, thanks to investigative journalist Ray Martin, 60 Minutes Australia provides us the answer, as well as an all-access pass behind the man, the myth, the National Living Treasure. Let's find out together.
Mention the name Clive Palmer, and everything that comes to mind is big. Big money, big ideas, big opinions.
Now, right off the bat, that's sus. I feel like you're being a bit cheeky. Well, down here in the description, they made sure to put big in all capitals, so.
What?
No, I'm sure that was just, that was just caps lock was on. That's all it was.
Yeah.
One of Australia's richest men, he's also one of the most outspoken. But what he loves even more than a good stoush is a grand idea.
I don't know if I would call that a grand idea.
We're gonna have to get a price check on that. Stoush, Australian slang. Okay, a fight or brawl. So he likes a good rumble and tumble, okay? That's our man. That's our man, Clive.
Okay.
You see, he's building an updated, near-perfect replica of the legendary luxury cruise liner that sank 100 years ago. Clive doesn't know what it'll cost. And in typical Clive style, he doesn't seem to care.
Well, I mean, you know, that's fair. He's got the entrepreneurial spirit. Sky's the limit, or should we say ocean floor is the limit. Either way, let's hear him out.
Building a new Titanic may be the boldest of Clive Palmer's crazy ideas. Maybe. How about a life-size T-Rex?
Oh, would you look at that? He's perfectly qualified. He's already resurrected the bones of one, cataclysmic event, and the movie where they do that thing also ends completely fine.
That's hilarious.
So as far as I'm concerned, we're 2 for 2.
Can I actually just ask you a question a famous Queenslander once said? Yeah. Please explain.
Fair question. I get where you're coming from, but that's a dinosaur? Yeah. That's a dinosaur. Dino right here.
Yeah.
This is a dinosaur, sir. That's a dinosaur. That's a stegosaurus. Andrew, give me a cool one so I look cool to the audience. Parasaurolophus. Give me one more so they can be friends. Megalosaurus.
He picked up.
And yeah, the world gets blown up. Okay.
This struggling 5-star resort for an absolute song. He changed its name to the Palmer Coolum Resort and then sacked 3/4 of the staff.
As you can see, such fantastic food. You can tell by the font and the yellow sign there. Actually, the font's on purpose, but the sign ain't supposed to be yellow.
The people who owned it, I think we're going to close it down because it was losing $15 to $20 million a year.
Now, easily, it's only losing $3 million a year, unless you count the maintenance costs of the mechanical dinosaur, in which case it's losing about 15 to 20 a year. But it's cooler now.
Yeah,
I guess I would like to describe him as an ordinary person, but he's probably not anything but ordinary.
So here he is with his wife now. I guess they're like interviewing him at his house, but why does he look like he's like a little schoolboy sitting next to his wife there like that?
Anything but ordinary.
Oh, that was a good edit. That was a good edit.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm ordinary, right? I don't know what all the fuss is about, really. If you come down here, Ray, you'll see all our photos.
It's the first time this very private couple has opened up their inner sanctum.
There's a President Tahiti and Billy Clinton over there, right?
Damn, he's just
Why would you have a... You know what, never mind.
Straight up on Billy terms with President Clinton? That's some serious stuff.
Do you find him as sexy as your husband?
Why would you ask that question? He's like, I love that. He's like, no. Not even gonna remark.
Oh no, I find my husband very sexy.
Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Ray, we gotta talk. That was a bit out of pocket. He literally just asked the man's wife right in front of him if she'd rather do the dirty with...
Oh my gosh, yeah, he was. And they showed him like further in. Yeah, he's in the same room. It's like, what the heck, dude?
Bill Clinton. What the hell? It's just messed up for real. Listen, I'm just asking the hard questions. Fuck, marry, or kill. Jimmy Carter. Clive, please. Just let me finish. Grover Cleveland. Oh, this one's not quite correct.
Definitely. Gosh. Absolutely.
What did you pay for this?
Ray, this isn't working how you think it is. She's not laughing with you. You know, she's looking for routes of escape. You've put her in fight or flight.
Yeah.
Would you take you out here in your high heels?
Clive's taking his wife outside like, this guy, he's crossing the line, right? Like, I don't want to get this wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about this too hard, but he's being kind of fucked up, right? Do you think he'll ask me about the Titanic soon?
So you had no idea how wealthy he was when you first started dating him?
I guess it wasn't really relevant.
Yeah, I was more like focused on like the fact that like I loved and cared for him. But yeah, thinking back, yeah, I'm not sure if I knew.
Is that Anna? Is that your hair?
I used to be very blonde.
Used to be blonde, yeah.
Really?
That's gonna be you. Front page. That looks bad for you. You're screwed.
Lord.
I genuinely can't believe you gave this up at your own free will.
Born in Bulgaria, Anna has degrees in law and accountancy.
Which unfortunately rules out her being an Eastern European mail-order bride. But the good news, she could still be a hit woman. More at 11.
What?
Turbocharged Clive has shown there are no toys that he can't buy.
You think you're special? You're not. You're not. I get Dobby, dude. I might need to take a loan out on this one to get it, but that's fine. I can get it. It's easy. That's mine. I can get that. Ah! That genuinely scared me. That genuinely scared me. Thought that was a real spider for a second. That's way too realistic.
Oh, good lord.
Good morning, Mr.
Oh.
Good morning. People discriminate against me every day by saying I'm a fat bastard or whatever, right? And you read
Fat
that
rich
to me.
bastard.
Oh, nice one, Ray. Nailed him. That's why you're on 60 Minutes Australia. Up top. Or should I say down under?
They don't ask me to talk. They don't even know who I am.
Everyone says, get out of the way, Sphere Boy. But no one asks, why are you in the way, Sphere Boy?
This is the first class entrance, and that's the ballroom. Of course, all this will be air conditioned.
Clive's ship of dreams, Titanic 2, will be built in China, starting in June of this year and setting sail in 2016.
Supposed to have set sail in 2016. Guess they really missed the bus. By the way, I love how it's implied from these videos that not only does he want to recreate the Titanic itself, but he wants to recreate the time period. Like, even if people did theoretically book this in the future, be honest, what are the chances it wouldn't just devolve into absolute depravity? People twerking to trap music on the front deck swimming pool, crowding around shirtless, chugging natty lights. What are the chances that's not exactly what would happen? Okay, you're not getting this. This is what you're getting. I'm afraid that whole thing, that went down with the Titanic, and she ain't coming back up.
Plotting the original course from Southampton to New York.
This is about recreating the experience of Titanic 1.
You mean like recreating this experience? I don't like that statement because, I mean, let's face it. What happened with the Titanic 1? Oh, yeah, that's right. It hit an iceberg and it freaking sank.
Really, you gotta pitch it a different way. You can't just say you're recreating the experience shot for shot of the Titanic 1. That's great and all. I'm all for authenticity. But sometimes you go to a Chinese restaurant, you just want some Kung Pao chicken, some General Tso's. You don't need the pork blood soup, the scorpion on the stick. So maybe, you can make a Tex-Mex version of the boat's course there. Maybe just a loop right around the whole iceberg episode.
Is it about dreams or about making money?
We'll make a lot of money, but hopefully that's a byproduct. You see, you never should worry about how much money you make. You should always worry about
getting it to shore. I completely agree,
Oh.
Clive. A to B, right? That's what we're thinking?
Yeah.
doing it for the right reasons and doing a good job.
Close enough for now. Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
If Clive Palmer manages to pull off this monumental Titanic 2 folly of his, and many people doubt that he will, then his brand new ocean liner will finish up here at the famous Pier 54.
Ray, calm down, Jesus. What did Mr. Palmer do to you, man? Is this personal? Give him a chance.
Feels like
in your
it.
60 minutes, you can at least try to be objective.
Yeah.
If this asshole ever gets his shit together, I mean, yeah, that's where it'll be. That's where it'll show up. I had to, for the sake of accuracy, I had to fly all the way out here and point at that. But we all know it's not going to happen. And by the way, Clive, whatever this is, they put some kind of caterpillar here now. I don't know. That wasn't here 10 years ago, but on the way in, you're going to have to dodge that.
I love Australian people.
I love it. He's a great guy. God bless him. God bless him. I had a body like that once, Ray. It's all gone now.
Is that right?
Yeah, listen, let's get back to the armored vehicle. I don't really like the way Elmo and Batman are eyeing me up right now. Is this normal? That normal here? They do that? Yeah, let's go back to the car.
This quintessential Queenslander says he's making so much money right now that he can't spend it all.
It's not about money, Ray. I keep trying to convince you.
Dude, it's so cringy in almost every scene. Like, for real, he just keeps mentioning money. And then Clive's like, it's not about the money, dude.
Is it about dreams or about making money? Is money a motivation?
Not really, not at all.
Was it ever?
Never.
When you were broke? Were you driven by ego?
I don't have an ego.
By the way, it seems pretty clear at this point that he's trying to do like a hit piece on Clive here, but it's just completely backfiring on him. He's just making himself look so bad. And like multiple times in this spot, he's just gone way beyond.
Yeah, I mean, listen to the reviewer. I mean, or at least the interviewer, whatever his name is. Like, instead of asking about, like, but then again, that's the news, where they have an agenda. You have a guy that is, whether you think it's a good idea or not, wants to recreate the experience of the Titanic, and this guy, instead of like, actually asking questions about what this guy plans to do, he's going around like, and especially when he was invited into the home of, you know, the rich guy making it. You have this guy going around, you know, asking questions like, oh, to the wife of the rich guy, would you bang Bill Clinton? Or this and that. And it's like, it doesn't make any, like, I have my own thought process about, like, reporters and shit. But this is, yeah.
What's even approaching acceptable.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the documentary here, they end up going to this big gala event that Clive has thrown, and I'm not really sure what it is they're celebrating, because as far as I remember, the boat's barely even ink on paper yet, but
when Titanic 2 sails into New
Oh,
York,
Lord.
you'll be able to say that you were here tonight when it all began.
But what you will not have is plausible deniability. That is gone. You're on all 12 of my cameras right now, live.
He wants to convince all the non-believers that they should all jump on board the Palmer Love Boat.
This contingent looks a bit skeptical. They don't look too pleased. They're like,
yeah.
The conga line? We're doing the conga line? The boat's not even on the water. What'd they say this is for again?
Clive may be our wealthiest man. Even if to 18-year-old daughter Emily... Does he embarrass you sometimes?
Every day.
Exactly.
Oh my God! This
Dude.
fucking guy! So, do you regret being born to your father? Tell me, does it bother you that you share this man's DNA? Into the mic, please, if you don't mind. Right there.
Is he getting better at this, or is he just getting worse as you get older?
Now stick with me here, this is important. Which one of these obviously better dad candidates would you have preferred was your dad?
My Lord.
Yeah, into the lapel mic? You're doing great, just right here.
Yeah.
I think getting less, I would say.
Yeah, I like my dad. Yeah, I like my dad. Thanks. Who are you? Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I like my dad. Yeah. So anyways, as this whole thing draws to an end, Clive and Ray sit down for one last heart-to-heart. And Clive has some words of inspiration for us all.
My mother said to me in a very early age, she said, Clive, well, life will tell you what you can't do. It's best for you to find out what you can do. And that's what I've been doing. So far, I haven't found out what I can't do, Ray.
And then immediately after this, he found out he couldn't do Titanic.
Okay. Is mining billionaire Clive Palmer's Titanic 2 dream underwater? Finnish shipbuilder has stopped working on plans to design a replica of the doomed ocean liner. I can only imagine why. Because I'm sure a lot of people looking at this might feel a little bit like this is disrespectful to the people who died. Oh my gosh.
Titanic 2 and it's still not done. And then
Yeah.
China tried and couldn't do it either.
Alright, the Titanic copycats that have been as ill-fated as the original ship. There is still huge global interest in the legendary... I'm gonna screw this up. Hold on. I normally would not wear my glasses, my regular glasses for this. There we go. Sorry. Okay. So reading this for a bit. There is still huge global interest in the legendary Belfast-built liner, but few people seem interested in life-size replicas of it. I mean, that's understandable.
And it's in a scrapyard. So, what do we learn today, kids? Maybe it's time we finally put this boat to rest permanently. Because nothing good has ever come from rustling around in its graveyard. Sorry, what'd you say? Titanic 666 is streaming right now on Tubi Originals?
Oh god, no.
Oh, this boat will never die. Keep it coming. Oh, I love it. Feed me the slop.
Oh no. And it looks like garbage too. Well, I am finishing this video with just wearing my regular glasses. What are your thoughts? I personally am kind of happy that they kind of shelved the Titanic too, because yeah, I kind of felt like that would have been somewhat disrespectful to the people who died. I mean, it to some degree it sounds cool on paper, but in reality, especially with you know looking back at how horrible that tragedy was, yeah, no, I don't think that that would have been a smart idea. So, anywho, I think for now, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And we'll come back at a later time for another video. So, to everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below. As well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next video.
To find